Hello everyone, welcome back. I do have a bit of a book haul. I was feeling quite restless the other day. I wasn't bored, I was just really restless. And so I went to a couple of used bookstores. The first one is from Value Village. I got some really good books. That particular Value Village carries some really good selection of books. And then I went to Bibles for Missions, and it's a thrift store also. It's found throughout Ontario, and it is found here and there throughout the rest of Canada also. And I find that Bibles for Missions has some very good prices, anywhere from like $1 up to $4. And there's nothing more than $4. So I'll start with the Bibles for Missions. And these books range from $1.50 to $3. There was one that was marked as $4, but when I got up to the cashier, it rang through at half price at just $2. And there was another $3 one that rang through at $1.50. So I find the Bibles for Missions has very good prices for their books if you have one nearby. So I'll start with that one. And I did get a hardcover of Emma by Jane Austen, and it's really quite a beautiful cover. And yeah, this one was marked at $4, but I got it for $2. And this particular version does have a few illustrations interspersed throughout. So yeah, I'm trying to read a few more classics. And then this one is called The Unlikely Pilgrimage of Harold Frye by Rachel Joyce. And the cashier actually says, oh, this is a really good book. So yeah, it's gotten phenomenal reviews in that. It's just basically this gentleman got up one morning, went to post a letter, and just kept going. He's about to walk from one end of the country to the other. He has no hiking boots, no maps, no compass, no jacket, no mobile phone. All he knows is that he has to keep walking to save someone's life. So it's an odd kind of premise, but yeah, it's gotten some very good reviews. And then this one, of course, the dog on the cover caught my eye. This is The Finders by Jeffrey Burton. So this particular gentleman trains dogs to sniff out cadavers, human cadavers, when there's like a missing person, what have you. And him and his dog get caught up in a very high stakes murder case that will push them to their very limits. So yeah, anything with dogs involved, I'm all for it. So that one sounds really interesting. This one is by Morag Joss, Our Picnics in the Sun. And again, the cover is quite nice. Looks like it takes place in the Cotswolds, maybe, with the kind of the yellow brick in that, but really pretty cover. So this couple, they've always dreamed of living in the English moors and that, so they finally pour all their energy and their savings into this cottage, and then they find that their finances are kind of suffering, and they decided to turn it into a bed and breakfast. And then he has, I believe he has a stroke and he's incapacitated. So the wife is quite overwhelmed in that, and then these two men come to stay the night in their bed and breakfast, and things kind of go downhill from there. So Morag Joss, I haven't read any of her books. And this is The Sunday Philosophy Club by Alexander Mccall Smith. Now, I guess he's done the series of books called The Number One Ladies Detective Agency. And then this is the first book of another series where there's this woman who solves crimes and murders and that sort of thing, called The Sunday Philosophy Club. So yeah, I haven't read any of his. So this is the first book, so we'll see how it goes with this one. And then the last book I got at Bibles for Missions was by James McCreet, and it's The Vice Society. Inexplicable events are afoot in Victorian London. And I just love the cover. And this Inspector Albert Newsom of the detective force is investigating a very curious death. And he's kind of in competition with an ex-colleague who's trying to also solve the case. But yeah, it takes place in Victorian London. So yeah, I do like those kind of crime novels that take place in the past. So yeah, I got actually all 6 of these books came to $12 or $13, I believe. So yeah, they really have good prices for their books. And then I went to Value Village, and I went there about a week ago, and they have like totally different books almost. So yeah, there's a lot of turnover at this particular Value Village. It's just an absolutely huge one. So yeah, it's a very good place to get some. So this one is an Agatha Christie one, and this is The Mysterious Affair at Styles. And this is the very first Poirot novel, actually. So yeah, I thought I would start at the beginning there anyhow. I have read Death on the Nile, and I do have a couple more Agatha Christie books that I have picked up. And this author, he's actually born in London, Ontario here, and he became an emergency room physician. I believe he lives now in Toronto, and I believe he still is a doctor, but he has written some books. And this is by Vincent Lamb, Bloodletting and Miraculous Cures. So I was interested in this one because it follows these medical students and that throughout their rotations and what they have to go through and how difficult and intense the training is. So yeah, I've seen it firsthand for almost 40 years in hospitals. So yeah, I just really want to get my hands on this one. May not be for everyone, but just because I can kind of relate to it being a nurse. And he was born in London, Ontario, so I did want to support him there. This is Behind Closed Doors by B.A. Paris. And so this couple is on the outside look very, very put together, and people are very envious of them. They're very wealthy. She's very charming, elegant. He's an attorney who's never lost a case. She's a flawless homemaker, a master gardener, and a cook. In that, they're newlyweds. They seem to have it all. But yeah, there's just some things going on behind closed doors, and they're not quite the perfect couple people imagine. And this is Fearcombe Manor by Kate Riordan, 2 women separated by decades. So I love that color. So of course it takes place in the English countryside. In 1933, there's a pregnant 20-year-old, and she has to go to the English countryside because she is disgraced in that. She goes to the English countryside to have her baby and to put up for adoption. And 30 years previously in this countryside estate, this Lady Elizabeth awaits the birth of her 2nd child. But she's tormented by memories of what happened to her first baby and that. So, yeah, there sounds like just maybe like a parallel 2 storylines in that, which I really do like. And then this is by Hutchison, The Summer Child. And this FBI agent finds this young boy on her porch covered in blood, clutching a teddy bear. He tells her a chilling story that an angel had killed his parents, and then it finds out that more and more of these children are showing up on this woman's doorstep, and she has to investigate. And this is Minette Walters. She does the English crime novels, and English whodunits taking place in like small villages and that, and I really like her mysteries. There's a lot of characters, there's a lot of twists and turns, and this one is Acid Row, and this doctor is helping out people in what they call Acid Row, which is just a really bad part of town, and she is supposed to be helping go into this pedophile's house. I guess he has some medical issue or something like that. But anyway, a child disappears, and there's basically a lynch mob out to get this person and that. So there's an investigation into what really happened to this child. And the last one is Kristen Hanna, and this is called Winter Garden. And it's basically about two sisters who are extremely different in personality and their lifestyles, and let me see, what was it about again? Well, the mother, I think, is dying, and she tells the story about how her parents met and how she escaped war-torn Leningrad and that sort of thing. So yeah, it's just sounds like a good mystery novel with a lot of history involved in that. So that's what I got at the used bookstores, thrift stores, great places to get some used books. And yeah, if you're in Ontario or Canada, look for the Bibles for Missions, because I know the ones that I go to anyhow. There's one in my mom's hometown. They just have really, really good prices for books. Value Village, the prices are pretty good too, but not quite as good as the Bibles for Missions. But anyway, that's my my book haul. And I hope everyone's doing well. Take care, be kind, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.